So let's get to the big question, Heather. Who are the nominees for Best Actress in a Political Leadership Role?
Oh, we've got quite a cast this year, Gil. The first nominee is Allison Redford for her portrayal of convincing Albertans she would protect their health care. And the second nominee is Allison Redford for convincing Albertans she would protect their education system.
If Albertans want to get an education, we're going to give them an education. If Albertans want to be committed to the future of this province, they're going to have a role in this province.
And the third and final nominee is Allison Redford for convincing Albertans she would protect the retirement plan.
Alberta seniors to be able to live their lives with dignity and respect.
Well, that is 300.
As you know, Allison Redford isn't here to accept her award. Perhaps she's traveling abroad. So we've asked representatives to accept this award on her behalf. So we are going to be joined by Guy Smith, President of the Alberta Union of Provincial Employees, Elizabeth Ballerman, President of the Health Sciences Association of Alberta, and Marley Roberts, President of the Canadian Union of Public Employees Alberta Division.
This award on behalf of all the people who voted for Allison Redford, thinking that she would deal fairly with workers, with Albertans, and with our public services. So I'm touched. What Allison Redford has been doing over the past 18 months since her election is no laughing matter at all. She campaigned on promising to be a different kind of conservative, a progressive conservative. She promised to increase access to public post-secondary education. Instead, she made massive cuts. Shame! She promised to protect programs for seniors and the disabled. Instead, she has closed long-term care beds and attacked Mentioner Centre in Red Deer. Shame! And she promised to treat people with respect, including the thousands and thousands of public sector workers who deliver these key services to Albertans. Instead of treating employees with respect, she stripped them of their constitutionally protected rights to bargain collectively. Shame! Instead of treating us with respect, she's undermining the retirement security of 300,000 public sector workers and retirees by attacking our pensions. So we're here today to shine a spotlight on all of Allison Redford's broken promises, but we're highlighting her attack on pensions because it will be the focus of the next legislative session, which starts tomorrow. The end of the Tories starts tomorrow. And because the government's case for pension cuts is based on a foundation of lies and misinformation, we are here to make ourselves heard. And I know that many of you have already banging on your MLA's doors, demanding that the PCs keep their pension promise or face the consequences in the next election. I applaud you and everyone, everything you've done. So if you haven't paid your MLA a visit yet, please do so, because it doesn't seem like Allison Redford's getting the message that our pensions are a promise, the promise of a secure retirement. So why don't we help Allison get the message by getting her attention? Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Thanks everyone! Good luck!
Keep your promise! Keep your promise! Keep public. Shame! Independent experts say the pension liability will disappear in 7 years, even if they make no cuts. So every time you hear a Conservative politician talking about, or a radio ad talking about the growing liability, you need to understand that that is a lie. Worse yet, it's a deliberate and a calculated lie. The government's own Auditor General says Redford's plans to cut your pension puts pensioners at risk. And we know that if Redford carries on with her reforms, the entire plan might collapse in the future, meaning that no one's pension is safe for long. Shame! Friends, this government is asking the wrong question. The question is not how do we take pensions away from workers. The question should be, can we ensure pensions and retirement security for people who don't have them? And the answer is, yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can!
Hello. Hi, Edmonton Journal. How you doing? I'm giving a statement on fluoride. Our drinking toxic poison out of our water for our...
Oh, I think you're not...
Okay, but this is very important too because there won't be no pensions if we're all poisoned. That's probably the best thing to do. City of Edmonton, to the City Hall and City Clerk's office, all City Council representatives named, all 13 when elected, addressed here. Dear City of Edmonton and City of Edmonton Council members, Edmonton City insists upon an immediate moratorium of adding artificial fluoride, the chemical byproduct called hydrofluorosilicic acid, currently added to Edmonton's drinking tap water. Many citizens of Edmonton have signed a petition asking for the end of the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid to our tap drinking water. We insist that the City of Edmonton consider the urgent request to end the adding of the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid to our drinking water. On an immediate basis and without formal petition or plebiscite. As you know, the City of Edmonton in 1966 passed a bylaw by the plebiscite that added the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid to our tap drinking water. At this time, the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid was added at 1 milligram per liter, and this has since been reduced to 0.7 milligrams per liter. The intentions at that time was positive, and it was geared to help marginalized people of Edmonton protect against dental caries. Mostly the concern was for children's dental health. Yet since that time, overwhelming body of PhD peer review and clinical studies about the chemical additive hydrofluorosilicic acid have indicated that dental caries are not prevented when drinking water that contains hydrofluorosilicic acid. Dentists may not even prevent dental caries as a topical treatment, and many dentists have stopped topical fluoridation practice altogether. Yet this is a choice that should be left to the dentists and their patients. A shocking 39% of children develop a mild form of dental fluorosis, defined as 25% tooth coverage discoloration, due to the chemical additive of hydrofluorosilicic acid, in conjunction with many other consequences to children and young adults. Dental fluorosis is an early sign of skeletal fluorosis. Skeletal fluorosis is linked to many ailments. Chemical additive that Edmonton City Council adds to our tap water. Both natural fluoride and hydrofluorosilicic acid are not essential nutrients. There are no known benefits for hydrofluorosilicic acid in our water. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of peer-reviewed papers that demonstrate that hydrofluorosilicic acid causes increased risk of damage to our bodies. Hydrofluorosilicic acid is now linked to decreased brain function in young men, increased thyroid problems, and kidney disease, increased bone fracture, etc. Hydrofluorosilicic acid, when drank, affects every major organ in the human body. There is evidence to strongly suggest that pets be also increased risk to do small sizes. Hydrofluorosilicic acid is most damaging to children. Children absorb up to 50% of the hydrofluorosilicic acid. Adults absorb 10%. Think logically. When water is drank, teeth are affected only by a few moments in the mouth. Mostly the water containing hydrofluorosilicic acid affects the entire human body. Hydrofluorosilicic acid is a toxicochemical additive that comes from the industrial plant in Wyoming owned by Univar. Hydrofluorosilicic acid accumulates in the body, is not a nutrient, and holds high risk of harm. Hydrofluorosilicic acid is the only known chemical that is added en masse to the population at large. This is responsible, is negligent, and is medically unethical. It is also illegal. Many cities across Canada and the U.S. have faced legal suits, and many companies have now placed warning labels on their products. Edmonton is part of only 33.3% of Canadian cities that still add chemical byproducts, hydrofluorosilicic acid. Many cities like Vancouver, Medicine Hat have never added the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid and have no adverse effects. Why is Edmonton in the minority of cities, especially in the face of such overwhelming evidence? Question to City Edmonton. Council, EPCOR, Alberta Health, and other organizations have gone unanswered. Not one entity has yet to provide any clinical studies to demonstrate that hydrofluorosilicic acid is necessary, effective, safe, or ethical. There's no evidence, then stop the practice. The final and only say for the practice of hydrofluorosilicic acid lies in the City of Edmonton. They are the only body that can stop this practice. We urge the City of Edmonton to rethink artificial fluoride in Edmonton's drinking water. We urge you to investigate the evidence and make your own decision. Please visit these websites for more information and watch selected movies at www.wedeservesafewater.com. The practice of hydrofluorosilicic acid to drinking water is outdated in light of hundreds of PhD peer-reviewed and clinical studies that demonstrate that the chemical additive hydrofluorosilicic acid is not safe, not effective, and is medically ethical. By adding the chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid to our water, we are placing our children and adults at risk. Why are we taking any health, especially when there's no known nutritional health or other benefits? Please make no mistake, this is not an issue that Edmonton citizens wish to debate. Edmonton should not be subject to debate, which is costly and time-consuming. We are asking the City of Edmonton for an immediate moratorium on the practice of adding the chemical byproduct hydrofluorosilicic acid to our tap drinking water. Please immediately stop by moratorium artificial fluoride in Edmonton's drinking water. I thank all Edmontonians for listening to this very important message that we must proclaim all across the city and all our townships and get this toxic chemical from our water system. I thank you, and I thank all Edmontonians for taking action and getting this done. I will be passing out all the numbers for the councillors and the mayors. Please sign the petition and let's get this done. Edmonton, we deserve better. Thank you and have a great day. fluoride in Edmonton's drinking water. We're trying to get it out, and that's why we're here with the AUPE people.
So what are they going to put in it to make it drinkable?
Well, that they can figure out because take toxic waste from Edmonton's drinking water because it's not safe for us, our health, many cancers have been caused. Hi ma'am, fluoride in our drinking water. Would you mind to take a look at our website and sign our petition? Because that way if we don't get the poison out of our water, we won't be collecting our pensions. Where's everybody going?
Our children deserve clean water in Edmonton. We have poison in our water. That's a big issue too, folks. Remove the poison from Edmonton's water. Filters don't work. The poison from Edmonton's water so we can think.
Anybody want to go? Want information? Thank you.
Remove poison from Edmonton's drinking water. It affects our children. And it's not good for your teeth. That's a lie. It's big money to poison our water.
Fluoride, drinking water, anybody?
Children dying of leukemia because we fluoridate our water.
Fluoride in our water, anybody? Knowledge, information.
Because we have teeth.
An industrial pesticide they use for grapes and a dozen other things.
And then kids have leukemia, causes brain cancer. Fluoride is toxic, lethal poison. Little kids are dying of brain cancer. There's poison in our water.
The administration of a noxious substance is illegal according to Canada's criminal code.
It is criminal.
No.
Cancer-causing agents put directly in our water only cost us $700,000 a year.
Fluoride in our drinking water, are you concerned? Okay, thank you. Sir, thank you. Well, if they do something, you'll be very surprised. It makes a difference on us getting our pension. The willful administration of noxious substances. Did I give you one already? Oh, you're going to say a little speech? Do anything about it. Right on.
We the people have to stand up against the poison in the Edmonton water. Calgary doesn't have poison in their water. Drayton Valley doesn't have poison in their water. But we
you're welcome.
spend $700,000 a year poisoning our children. Yeah, I would.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Petition on fluoride in our drinking water here in Edmonton. We're trying to get rid of it. Okay. You too? Okay, thank you. My hand's freezing. Petition on fluoride in Edmonton's drinking water. Okay.
May I please have a pen?
Oh yeah, but you're not going to get no pension.
Oh, sorry, am I in the middle of your camera?
Here, I got a flyer right here for you.
No, I've actually read a lot about this, and I know that there's a lot of pros and cons with fluoride.
Yeah, well, we have a website there that'll give you all the information, excellent movies, something to do with...
Yeah, I was just asking about that. So.
Yeah. Oh, you'll love it.
Well, thank you very much.
And everybody, Edmontonians, that's how we're going to get it out, is everybody sharing this knowledge with everybody,
well,
right?
We have U of A students attend
we know them all.
placement at Edmonton Garrison.
Yeah.
We work there on the base.
Yeah.
And I even considered asking the students to put together some sort of bulletin board on, why fluoride is not a good choice. So, but this will help us.
But also, if they join forces with us, fluoride safe water.
Well, there you go.
Because we're out all the time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Keep your promises. Keep your promises. Keep your promises.